to begin. So I'm Randy Twaniak. I am owner of Expedia Cruise Ship Centers in West Edmonton. Welcome to everyone to our Expedia Cruises virtual travel talk featuring the Sandals resorts and the 5-star luxury included resorts of the Caribbean. I've been looking forward to this presentation all week. With the cold weather that has arrived, I am desperately trying to get back to sunshine and a beach and sand very, very soon. Things are starting to look much brighter for us to get back traveling in the very near future. I'm sure you've heard the news about the rapid testing trial at Calgary Airport that starts next week, which allows the mandatory quarantine period down to only 2 days. Edmonton International Airport has announced their rapid testing program, which is supposed to be started by the end of November. And then Ontario and BC are also looking at similar projects to get people traveling safely once again. And the Caribbean, I should mention, is back open for business and tourists are starting to return. This winter is starting to look good that we'll be able to get away for a well-needed holiday in the sun. Our Expedia office has been open here for you, and just a reminder, we sell more than cruises. We help arrange all types of vacations, including resort stays in the Caribbean. For those on the call who have not attended the Zoom meeting, everybody's muted right now just because of the size of the group. You do have control if you want your video on or off. And if you have any questions, please use the chat feature. We'll answer the chat after the presentation. And now I'd like to introduce today's special guests, Danae Nixon, Business Development Manager of Alberta and the Northwest Territories for Sandals and Beaches Resorts. Danae will be talking about the fabulous 5-star resorts of Sandals. Welcome, Danae.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thanks, Randy. Hello, everyone. Hello from Calgary, chilly Calgary. I wish I was here instead, but that's okay. So what I will be doing, I will basically be taking you just on a little journey of how you can really cross off a few bucket list items with Sandals and Beaches Resorts. We're kind of really excited. We are excited to be reopened, to be welcoming guests. We've been seeing more and more Canadians travel, especially Albertans as well. So it's only up from here. I'm really excited about what Randy just spoke about with the rapid testing, starting in Calgary, hopefully getting to Edmonton and then across Canada. So we're going to prepare for that. And by showing you some bucket list items that you can put on your bucket list and then call your Expedia Cruises consultant to book and get you there. So let me see if I can share my screen. All right, so everybody should be able to see everything.
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect. So we always like to talk about vacation in paradise, so we're going to be going through that. But even before I get through what's on your bucket list, some of the things you can add, I just want to go all the way back to the basics and just kind of describe our brands. So we do have 2 brands. We have Sandals Resorts and we have Beaches Resorts. Sandals Resorts easily could be said it's for 2 people in love. So it is an adults only resort chain. We have them all across the Caribbean and it is for 2 people. People tend to think that it's more on the romantic side. Yes, we do romance very well, but also people that want to travel together that are 2 adults and are willing to share a king size bed definitely can come here too. So if you're thinking mother-daughter groups or mother-daughter trip, if you're thinking girlfriends getaway, like those type of things can still be done at Sandals. I personally know this because before I was even a Sandals business development manager, I had the chance to go to a Sandals resort. I went there with my cousin who's a girl and we shared a bed and it was spacious. We actually had to like call each other on the phone from one side of the bed to the other side of the bed to say, hey, are we going for breakfast? Because it's so spacious. So it is only a king size bed, double occupancy, but it is for adults as well. When you need something different, whether it be involving kids or maybe if you need a different room configuration, that's when we're going over to beaches. Now we do have three beaches resorts right now, 1 in Turks and Caicos, 1 in Negril, Jamaica, and 1 in Ochi, Jamaica. And this is a resort for everyone. So whether it be singles, couples, if you're thinking of keeping out, carrying your family, we do have rooms that hold up to 12 people. So it's big enough for a large family to travel, multi-family vacations, multi-generational family vacations, girls trips, guys trips, any trip. you can do it at beaches resorts. So I just wanted to break down the brands just for you to know which one would more suit your bucket list. And then from there, you would call your Expedia Cruise consultant and be able to book it through. Now, when we talk about the brands, where are they located? So this is just a map to show you where each one, where we're located. So as I said, all across the Caribbean on some of the best beaches. We're starting up north at Nassau, Bahamas, and we go all the way down to Barbados. In some of our islands, we actually do have multiple resorts. So if we're looking at, for example, in the Eastern Caribbean, Barbados, we have 2 resorts there, Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados. The great thing about them is that they are actually right beside each other. So they're neighbors in the St. Lawrence Gap, and they have exchange privileges. So there's no need for any wristbands or checking in or anything like that. You literally just walk over to the other resort. You can eat, scuba dive, party, drink, everything on either resort. We just ask that you go back to the resort that you paid to sleep in. Similar in St. Lucia, we have 3 resorts there, which is really great too. So you do have exchange privileges within them as well. There is a shuttle that takes you from one resort to the next, that is included. And again, there's no wristband. So you jump on the shuttle. If you are at Sandals Grand St. Lucia, let's say, and you want to go to Sandals Regent Silatok, once the bus driver says we've arrived at Regent Silatok, you jump off and you go and enjoy your day. And then you hop back on the shuttle to take you back to Grand St. Lucian to sleep. So we have those options in those islands. Jamaica is where we have most of our resorts. We actually have 8 resorts there. So two beaches resorts, and then the rest are Sandals. In the Montego Bay area, we do have 2 resorts, Sandals Montego Bay and Sandals Royal Caribbean. Those also have exchange privileges, and it's a quick, I would say 10-minute ride. And that opens up a variety of restaurants for you as well, up to 21. Sandals Royal Caribbean is known for their over-the-water bungalows and villas that are set on our private beach or a private island known as Sandals Key. So if you're looking for something innovative and being able to get the feel of your own private island while on vacation, Sandals Royal Caribbean might be the thing for you. Now, in order for us to even talk about our islands and talk about our reopenings and you booking to come to one of our resorts, we do have to at least take into account that we've just come out of 7 months of cleaning, pretty much, and keeping safe and keeping clean. So all of our islands have in place strict protocols, which we're super proud of. Each and every one of them have their own protocols that we abide by through and through. But we also knew that when we were reopening our resorts, we had to make sure that we had protocols in place that were in alignment with them and made our clients feel comfortable. So this is where we were able to create our 18 touch point practice that is known as our Sandals and Beaches Platinum Protocol of Cleanliness. So what that is that it breaks down everything, every single step of the way that you'll be enjoying your vacation, how we're going to ensure the safety of you and your loved ones when you're visiting one of our resorts. Even after you've left the resort, something as simple as cleaning the HVAC system, that is in place and has been in place to make sure that everyone feels comfortable. Even when we're talking about our included transfers from the airport to the resort, we do our own transfers, meaning that there is a contracted bus from contracted to Sandals that takes you from the airport to your resort. If you're going to Sandals Ochi, if you're going to Sandals Ochi Beach, it's going to take you from the airport to Sandals Ochi Beach. No stopping in between unless you need a rest stop or a drink or something like that. But we don't stop at several resorts outside of our chain nor within our chain. Each bus has their own destination. So we take that level of care just to make sure that you feel comfortable. Now, in terms of the protocols and the touch point practice, if you do have specific questions about that, the great thing is that your Expedia Cruise consultant has access to all of this information as I've provided it to them. So you can feel free to ask them questions, or if it is that you need to have a one-on-one conversation with me and your travel advisor, please feel free to do that as well. But this is just a breakdown of where we are touching on to make sure that we have protocols in place to feel safe when you arrive to our resorts. Now, as I said, we're going to be talking about bucket lists. And so my total aim is to grab your bucket list and to feed your wanderlust. Wanderlust is something I've been talking about for the past 7 months. I think my own wanderlust is making me talk about it so much more, because I want you guys to be ticking off things off of your bucket list. So I know some people might be a little bit hesitant and being, okay, what does it mean when we say your bucket list? Well, these are must-have experiences or achievements that one hopes to accomplish within one's life. I think the time is now, definitely those things that we've been saying, oh, we'll put it off to next year or next month, or, you know, maybe down the line, maybe after I retire. We've all seen that we have one life to live, and we should live it to the fullest. You never know when something comes and it changes our trajectory. Wow, I thought I could say that word clearly. Sorry. And we have to make changes. But now that we're seeing that the world is opening back up and we are able to do the things that we once loved, like travel, in a safe way, let's do things that we've always been wanting to do. So that's why I say grab your bucket list and feed your wanderlust. And here are some of the things that I kind of picked out just to start sparking that wanderlust. Or jazz festivals. And these are just some examples as well. There are many more, but these are the ones that I thought would resonate with everyone. So island hopping. What is island hopping? Island hopping is something that Sandals really believes in. So what we like to do is that if you are looking for the ultimate vacation, maybe 2 islands in one vacation is your thing. So we have a lot of clients who have done within the Eastern Caribbean. They might go from Barbados and then fly to Antigua and do a split stay. That is what we call it. So you're able to experience 2 islands, 2 cultures, 2 resorts, 2 rooms, 2 everything, and have a full encompassing vacation in one span. Or similarly, if you were in the Bahamas, maybe you might want to spend some time at Sandals Royal Bahamian, go to the casino, go to our offshore island there as well, and then fly over to Sandals Emerald Bay because you love golf and there's a Greg Norman Championship golf course there, and you also want to swim with the pigs. That's a 2-in-1. You're staying at a Sandals resort, 2 actually, and you're getting to experience what Bahamas has to offer throughout their islands. So that's something that we always suggest as well. Over the water suites, we really have taken the over the water and made it into a complete innovation. Yes, we have over the water villas and bungalows in Jamaica and St. Lucia, but we also have over the water wedding chapels. We have over the water gazebos. We have over the water restaurants. We have over the water bars. Everything that we can put over the water, we have done it, and we will continue to do that. So if you've always wanted to sit, you literally wake up and see the sea, this is the place. The over the water bungalows would definitely be something that you'd want to look into booking. Caribbean festivals. The culture of the Caribbean islands is so great and so rich that it's something that everyone should experience in their lifetime. I know I'm saying that, and I'm sure you hear it in my voice and my accent that I am from the Caribbean. Yes, I am Jamaican. And I must tell you that if you have not had Jamaican jerk chicken, we need to get you there. It's something that you need to experience. You need to go now. But even apart from Jamaica, when we look at carnivals, I know people might know Brazil for carnivals, but the Caribbean islands also do great carnivals. And every single one of our islands has a carnival throughout the year. And it's just being able to see the music, hear the music, see the beautiful feathers and the beautiful costumes and people, and just see them enjoying themselves and understanding the connection to the culture. It's something that's really great to see in one's lifetime. Jazz, we actually have a lot of jazz festivals throughout our islands. Jamaica has a jazz festival, St. Lucia has a jazz festival, Barbados also has a jazz festival as well. And then food and rum, I think that speaks for itself. I mentioned jerk chicken for Jamaica, but even if you're moving away from that, the Caribbean is an Epicurean's delight. Barbados is known as the creators of rum. I put that in air quotes because as a Jamaican, Appleton rum, I love it. But Barbados 400 years ago created rum, and their Mount Gay rum is a very beautiful drink. The rum is great. But they also give you tours of their rum factories. You can also do that in Jamaica for the Appleton rum tour. Food festivals, they have a lot of those in Barbados as well as St. Lucia, and so much more. And then if you are someone that is looking to get married in the Caribbean, that is maybe the ultimate destination is one of our islands, to get married in an over the water gazebo in St. Lucia or in Jamaica might be the thing that brings this whole wedding and this story of love together for you. And then finally, for beaches, everything that we've discussed, yes, you can do that for beaches, but then you might have someone that's young or young at heart that might be completely in love with Elmo or Cookie Monster. Maybe we might have to set up a birthday party or a photo op with them. Maybe they might need to go to beaches to be able to meet the character live and get that experience and that excitement. So we just give examples of some of the stuff that you can do, but we're going to dive a little bit further into it too. So I mentioned that you can feed your wanderlust, and I think the first thing I should talk about as one of our inclusions is definitely our 5-star global gourmet. So what's great about this is that if you are a foodie, as we like to say, you are able to experience different flavors from around the world while in the Caribbean on a luxury included vacation. What we also love about this is that it really is truly farm to table. We have made sure, or we've made it our goal that in each of our islands, we aim to have local producers giving us the freshest produce in which it gets to our chefs, and we create masterpieces that come straight to your table and you indulge in it as much as you want because it's all included. Now, with us savoring the world, we have 23 unique culinary concepts. So whether it be French or Italian, or maybe sushi, just keep in mind that if the restaurant, whatever the restaurant is, the chef is from that place. So if it is a French restaurant and serving French food, you are going to be seeing a French chef in there. If it's our Jamaican jerk shack, then you will have a Jamaican chef that's grilling or jerking the chicken, and so on and so forth. We try to keep it as authentic as possible because we know that if we're saying that you can savor the world and experience something completely different, where you're experiencing different types of cuisine while sitting in the Caribbean, we have to make it right by you. So these are the things that we've done with our 5-star global gourmet. And then these are some of the restaurants that we have involved as well. So taking an example from Sandals Monte, these are actually two of our newest restaurants that we've opened. So Butch's Steak and Seafood is homage to the concept of surf and turf. So we've used surf and turf and we've completely made a menu off of it. What I also love about Butch's Steak and Seafood is that, well, the lobster and the steak or anything on the menu is completely included. There's no extra charge. If you'd like to have 2 or 3 lobsters, you can have 4 or 5 lobsters. It's all up to you. It's always included. But what really resonates with me is that if you are looking at the picture, and I'm going to see if I can get the red light. I can't. Oh, no. Can't show it very well. But if you look closely at the bottom left picture, you see little images behind the chairs. And what those actually are images of our chairman, Mr. Gordon, or the Honorable Gordon Butch Stewart. So he's affectionately known as Butch, and the restaurant is named after him. And what we've done is that we have images and photos throughout his life of him and his family. And that just resonates that this is a family-owned business. It's a family-owned company. And at Sandals Resorts, everyone's treated like family, all the employees, and you as well will be treated like family. So when you come home to one of our resorts, the first thing that you'll hear from one of our staff is welcome home. And we just try to keep that same premise throughout all of our resorts. On the right, we have soy sushi, which is, if you're a sushi lover, this is a place to be. The freshest sushi, the freshest fish that is prepared right in front of you. We've always had a plastic separating fences, I guess it would be, that protects the food. Always been like that. But now, as with all of our restaurants, all of our employees, we are wearing PPEs. So they will have a face mask as well as a face shield and gloves. But you are still able to see how these artists, as I call them, create these rolls that then bring it straight to your table so you can enjoy it as well in the Caribbean. Now, we've talked about food, we have to talk about drink, and we have a special partnership with Appleton Estate. It is the rum of choice. You will see it at all of our resorts, all of our bars. But also what's good about us being in the Caribbean is that we also have the rum and the beer of the island that we're in. So for example, if we are in Barbados, since I'm in Barbados. So if we're in Barbados, the rum of choice is Mount Gay. You will see that at the bars, but also the beer is Carib. you as well will see that at the bars. And you will also have access to other types of beers. Maybe you're more into, I don't know, Corona. You will see that there as well. But we try to also infuse the culture and infuse local items while you're on resort, so you don't feel left out. You still can enjoy things from the island while you're at Sandals and Beaches resorts. We have up to 11 bars per resort, so really there's no long waiting for our drink, and they can create some really great drinks for you. And we have something such as our craft beer bar. It's the first one that we have in the Caribbean, and you're able to sample beers from around the world while in Sandals Royal Barbados. We have our speakeasy at Sandals Ochi Beach, which is known as the Rabbit Hole. And that's where you're able to get your moonshine, your smoky cocktails, all of those things. So we try to indulge and include all of those things all into your stay. Once you have booked a reservation to Sandals or Beaches resorts, all of these things are already included. And it is top shelf liquor as well. This isn't going anything above. This is what you get with everyone that books with Sandals and Beaches resorts. One of the other things that we've also included that I think is great for those who are trying to just tick off something off of their bucket list is our luxury transfers. So on average, everyone gets our airport transfers included from the airport to the resort. It is usually a car or it can be a bus. Right now, given the protocols that we have in place, we are limiting the number of people in each bus. So I would say it's usually 2 couples per bus, one at the front, one at the back. So there's social distancing, and of course, masks are required while in the vehicle. However, if you book into some of our room categories, so whether it be at Sandals Monte Bay in the Club Elite or Butler Elite room, you will have the BMW transfer. So if you've always wanted to be chauffeured in a BMW from the airport to your resort, this might be the place for you. We've elevated it a little bit more in the region of the Bahamas and Barbados, where our Butler Elite guests actually get driven from the airport to the resort in a Rolls Royce Phantom. So if you've never driven in a Rolls Royce before, but you've always wanted to drive in a Rolls Royce, it just takes as simple as booking a vacation to Sandals Royal Barbados or Sandals Royal Bahamian to have that happen for you. So we're really excited about this. It's just an added touch of luxury and something you can literally say, yep, I was able to drive in a Rolls Royce. Now, we talked about our Club Elite as well as our Butler Elite. So Club or Club Sandals is our concierge rooms. So this is where you get an added touch of service and luxury when you're staying with us. So some of the things that you have is that you're privately checked in at the lounge, but also the lounge, the concierge staff take you to your room, show you where it is, and give you an in-room orientation. Furthermore, we always understand that not everybody will know where everything is on their first day of coming to our resort. And that's why we have a private resort tour for our club guests. So they're able to see where everything is and get accustomed to the vacation that they've decided to go on. What's also great is that if you see a restaurant that, you want to go to, Butch's Steak and Seafood at 7 p.m. on Thursday, because you're celebrating something special. You actually can just write it on the timetable and hand it to your concierge staff, and they'll set it up for you. So at 7 p.m., you just go to Butch's, you say your name, and you get seated, and then the luxury dinner, it begins. We also give them welcome packets as well. And there are also special events for Club Sandals members as well. So that is our Club Sandals and concierge, but you can also elevate that once more and go to our Butler Elite. Now, our butlers always have a smile on their face. As you can see in these pictures, that's how they look every day, all day. I don't understand. But they bring joy to my life just by smiling every day. So I can't say anything wrong about that. But what's great about all of our butlers at our resorts is that all of them have been trained by the Guild of Professional English Butlers. Why we like to mention this time and time again is because the Guild is actually who trains the Queen's butlers. So pretty much we're saying if it's good enough for the Queen, if it's working for the Queen, it's definitely going to work for us. But these are some of the things that they do. If it is that you want a late afternoon snack by the pool, your butler can bring it to you. If it is that at 4 p.m. on the beach, you're craving jerk chicken and a red stripe bear, your butler can bring it to you. But they can even do something as simple as setting up a private candlelight dinner on your balcony with a menu from one of the restaurants. They'll bring it over. Those added touches of service and luxury is what the butlers aim to do at every moment in time. And that's included with our butler rooms. Or over the water guests do have specific butlers that they have, and they have 24-hour butler services on a rotating schedule. So they usually have between 3 to 4 butlers that are taking care of them. With our butler elite rooms, it's usually 2 butlers, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And you won't have to worry about giving a task to the morning butler and it not being advised to the afternoon butler. They both speak to each other, so you have no worries. You don't have to repeat yourself. How you get in contact with your butler is actually by a phone that we give you. It's directly connected to them. I believe you press the star button and it directly calls them. And that's where you could just say, hey, would you be able to meet me at the spa and bring me a drink? Sure, no problem. And that's what they do. So coming out of this, where we've been having to, you know, clean for ourselves, take care of ourselves, cook every day, you need somebody to take care of you for once. I think that's what everybody's looking for right now. And you know what? A butler could do that. And they have such great care, and they know, they anticipate what you might need. So you don't have to worry at all. And they have actually become great friends with some of the clients that have been there. Sometimes clients, you know, they come back time and time again and ask for a specific butler because they've brought such great rapport with them that it becomes so easy going on a vacation with the butler, and with the butler helping them as well. Now, we're going to get more into the accommodations and some of the stuff that you really want to see. I know that we all want to see the beach, but some people are pool people, so I do have to mention those as well. We have several pools, several types of pools. If we're looking at places like Grenada and Barbados, we do have sky pools. So those are pools in the sky, a part of your room, and sometimes it'll be on the 3rd, 4th, or 5th floor. If you go to somewhere such as Sandals Ochi Beach, we actually have 105 pools available for you as well. So we do have varying options of water for everyone that's coming to our resort, but most people want to see the beach. So we actually have more water sports included than any other resort chain out there. And these are just some of the examples. If you want to go on a hobby cat, if you want to go kayaking, if you want to go snorkeling, if you want to go diving. And also, you don't have to be an expert to be able to do any of these. We have our experts that are able to guide you and also teach you. Snorkeling has always been something for me. I was able to do it last year in Turks and Caicos. I was able to see a turtle. I thought that was the best thing ever. So just those things and experiencing it, checking it off of those bucket lists is really something that I think would be great for anyone coming out of this time. But specifically talking about scuba diving, we have been ranked top 5 dive operations in the Western Hemisphere by PADI, which is the governing body for diving. Scuba diving is included with all Sandals resorts packages or vacations. So you have 2 one-tank dives per day that is included. So if you've already been PADI certified, you just need to bring your logbook and you're free to go about. Don't think that you cannot learn how to scuba dive at Sandals. We actually do have a very great training program where you can get PADI certified. And so if you have, let's say if you're going with a loved one and they're PADI certified and you've always wanted to get up there with them and show them that, yeah, we're going to go scuba diving together, I'm going to get PADI certified. You can do that at Sandals. You can get PADI certified and then go on your first scuba diving trip together at a Sandals resort. So that's something that I always like to mention as well. But I know you're missing the beach. I know last week we did have a lot of white, and it wasn't white sand, it was snow. So I decided to just pick up a few pictures, not too harsh, because I didn't want you to be crying after this webinar. But I did want you to just remember that the Caribbean has some of the best beaches. So we're really going to start off with the longest one and the most well-known one, which is Sandals Negril. So just a view of the 7-mile beach that we're on. So both Sandals Negril and Beaches Negril are located on the 7-mile strip, and we have some prime land there. All the water sports are included in Negril just because of the terrain and just because of how great the beach is there. But I just wanted to show you the blue because that is truly how the beach looks. And then just another view of it, just walking down there. A lot of our rooms are actually right by the beach. So give it, I'd say 30 steps and you're on the beach. So you're able to enjoy your room and then right after enjoy the beach and come back out with no long walking in between. Maybe Royal Plantation is more your style. So Sandals Royal Plantation is located in Ochi. It is a 74 all butler suite hotel. So every room comes with a butler. It is the epitome of luxury. And as you can see, it's perfectly perched where you can see the beach from all angles, but the beach is beautiful as well. On top of that, we do have Villa Plantana here, which is a villa that has 4 rooms, so it can hold 8 people. And it comes with its own private chef, own private butler, private chauffeur, and all of those. So you can really have, if you have other couples that are looking to join you on a vacation, this might be the place for them. Sandals Emerald Bay. Exuma, Bahamas is always known for one thing, and I think that's the most important thing, swimming with the pigs. The pigs have their own Instagram, so clearly they're doing something right. So we're seeing that you're swimming with a starfish right now, but you could be swimming with the pigs in Emerald Bay. On top of that, as mentioned before, we do have a golf course that was Greg Norman designed. And so if you're a golf aficionado, this is where you would be going. And it's a beautiful beach as well. The water is, you can see all the way down. It's spectacular how clear that water is in the Bahamas and also in Turks and Caicos. I always like to mention that just in case you have kids that are really into water, they want to do everything in the water. Beaches, Turks and Caicos definitely would give that to them as well. And then finally, Regency Latak. Actually, no, we have Regency Latak. So this is in St. Lucia. It is a smaller beach, but it's still mighty in its power. As you can see, the white sand, the blue, and it always overlooks the pitons as well. So you have a gorgeous view while you're enjoying the water in St. Lucia. And as well in at Sandals Halcyon Beach, which is also in St. Lucia, gives you that view. Now, I did include a picture of our Crystal Lagoon swim-ups here, because again, there are some people who really love the pool more than the beach, but you can always have both, one or the other at Sandals and Beaches Resorts. So we talked about the water sports, and I did want to quickly mention land sports because there are lots of people who, I'm hoping one of you, that are saying, you know what, I can play tennis, but I really want to try and play a tennis pro. Well, you can. We have tennis included, bocce ball, croquet, racquetball, pickleball. That's definitely something that's growing trend at our resorts as well. And we have a pro for each one. Yes, most people know us for golf because golf is included with the transfer fees, with the transfer and the green fees. And there is a golf pro who's able to play with you and give you tips and so forth. But if you really want to learn tennis, there's a tennis pro. If you want to learn, what else would there be? Volleyball. We have someone that will be able to play with you and kind of teach you the stroke and everything else. I don't know much about volleyball, but we do try to make sure that you have someone who's an expert to assist you, but also you have the luxury of having all of these land sports and water sports included at your leisure at any time. So I did want to take a moment to discuss Island Routes because it is a part of our resorts. Island Routes is our sister company that does our excursions. So throughout the Caribbean, as I mentioned, we have so much culture, so much things that you can experience, and you want to do that safely and you want to do that with a brand that you trust. Well, with Sandals, it would be through Island Routes. So here are some examples of some of the things that you can do if you want to swim with the dolphins, if you decide that, yeah, me and my entire gang want to do a catamaran cruise, or if you will just want to see the historical sites, those are some of the things that you can do through Island Routes. Some of the other things that you might not see here is what we know as our mini routes. So that is where we have our Mini Coopers at Sandals Ochi Beach, and you're able to get in behind the wheel of one of the mini routes. There's going to be a tour guide at the front and a tour guide at the back, and they drive you around Ochi, and they stop at significant places. And those places also resonate with Jamaicans as well. So one of the places that they stop at is the Pudding Man. And he has been there for years, because I remember as a child going to Ochi and stopping at the Pudding Man. And that is where he shows you how he bakes his sweet potato puddings in these big Dutch pots with coal with a coal stove on top, and you get to eat a slice and then carry on and move on to the markets. You get to see some of the goods that they're selling and continue around the Ocho Rios area to get a feel of the Caribbean of Jamaica, of Ocho Rios. So that's something that I really enjoy, and I think everybody that I've spoken to that has done it, they have also enjoyed it as well. If we head to the Eastern Caribbean, maybe something as simple as scuba diving in Grenada. So in Grenada, they are very much known for their spices. So when you get off the plane, you do smell the nutmeg and the cinnamon in the air, but they're also known for their underwater sculpture park. So this is where you are able to scuba dive and you get to see them visually and you get to swim around them. It's really cool, especially if you're the type of person that has a GoPro and likes to take those videos, but you get to experience the history and the culture of why there is an underwater sculpture park in Grenada. So those are some of the things that Island Routes does. The great thing is that your Expedia cruise consultant has access to Island Routes, so they're able to plan out an itinerary for you. So they'll be able to pick up the excursions that would best be suited for you, when they'll be suited for you, and book those through for you as well. And then we always say that you need to pamper yourself. In all that you do, you need to take time out for yourself to relax and unwind. And we do have our Red Lane Spa. So each of our resorts has a Red Lane Spa, and they have full luxury, so beauty pieces, whether you need hyaluronic acid or creams or masks, everything like that, which you can purchase. I can personally say the hyaluronic acid, perfect for the winter. I know many people might not need this, but I'm just letting you know it has saved me several times. But the Red Lane Spa is really where you get to unwind with your loved one. As you can see here, you can have your couples massage done on the beach, or maybe you'd want to have it in the garden bungalows, anywhere that, or just in a treatment room with the hibiscus and the lemongrass going. So we try to have these treatments available for you and still take in the Caribbean. And you can even do like a jasmine night massage. You can do one on the over the water gazebo, many things that you can, many places you can do your treatments, and they are open for both couples, singles, and at beaches resorts, they do have kids treatments as well. So we always say to pamper yourself a little, get in contact with your Expedia agent, just say, you know what, when we're down there, I want to get a massage, and they'll set it up for you. That way, when you go there, there's no worry because you're already taken care of. Now with our bucket list wanderlust that we're talking about, weddings. Weddings is definitely something that people dream about time and time again. Sometimes they may put it off to another year, but maybe now is the time to start planning that. So we do have Sandals customizable weddings, Sandals and Beaches customizable weddings, where it is not a package where everything is cookie cutter and everything stays the same. Actually, it's inspirations that you are able to take from each inspiration and create your own memorable wedding. There's no one bride, so there should be no one wedding. Everything should be different, and you choose what you want. Now, with your wedding, once you stay 3 nights or more, the wedding is free. However, we are coming out of a time when we've been inside the house, so we know that we probably will be going there for more than 7 days, which puts us right into premium perks. So once you stay 7 nights or longer with us, you get up to $1,500 in premium perks. And that could go towards licensing, a room upgrade, maybe you want to go scuba diving, a private candlelight dinner. The option is yours. On top of that, if it is that you want to experience the island first to get a feel if this is where you want to have your magical wedding, you can now also test drive the wedding. So you can go down to one of our resorts starting at $350 per couple per night for a maximum of 3 nights. Check it out, see, you know, if you love it, then there you go. You come back to your Expedia agent, you book your wedding, and the credit from you going to that resort, so the 3 nights at $250 that you paid, you actually get as a credit towards your wedding. So sometimes it really does pay to book a Sandals and Beaches wedding. Sometimes it really does add up to the add-ons and incentives that you get for your wedding or vow renewal. So just putting it out there, if anybody's looking to, if everyone's in love and you want to do a wedding or a vow renewal, this might be the place for you. And then, of course, party time. In the Caribbean, we know how to party. And at Sandals and Beaches Resorts, we definitely know how to do entertainment. So these are just some of the things that we do. So in the middle, you do see a wedding happening that they're having their reception party and they're having loads of fun. But even outside of that, we do have many entertainers that you can indulge in. So here we have a fire breather. We also have one at Beaches, Turks and Caicos, and he's a fire dancer, which is it's really cool to take a picture of that in the night. We have a lot of our own carnivals. So around the carnival time of the island, we'll also have our own carnival on the resort. And you can see that we're dressed up in our costumes and we're chipping down, we are dancing to the music, everything like that. But some of the other things that we also do as entertainment here. So I did mention the rabbit hole, which is our speakeasy at Sandals Ochi Beach. So if you're really into the prohibition time where you have to have a password to get in, enjoy different types of moonshine, enjoy a singer, her name is Miss Ophelia, who she belts out songs like no other, then this might be the place for you. Many a times, especially during Halloween, I was actually there Halloween 2 years ago. And we had a lot of our guests that would dress up in like flapper dresses and their tuxedo, and they would come in because they really are playing the part for Halloween. And we like when our guests do that because that really plays into the whole theme that we have. So that's always a great thing to do. But also Ochi Beach has a lot of beach parties. It will be social distance, but not taking away from the fun of it all, where sometimes we'll just have a DJ set up on the beach playing music and everyone can dance about. Sandals Royal Barbados might be a little bit more for those who want to go more chill, I guess that would be. This is a picture of Lover's Lane, which is our 4-lane bowling alley at Sandals Royal Barbados. So if you want to have a friendly competition with another couple or a friendly competition with the person with your travel partner, this might be the place to do it. And it's attached to our craft beer bar. So as I mentioned, that you can experience beer from all around the world while you are enjoying a game of bowling in the Caribbean in Barbados. And then finally, Regions to the Talk is just showcasing our English pubs. Now, we do have English pubs at every one of our resorts, and we try to keep it as authentic as possible in terms of the decor and the offerings that we have. So, you know, your typical fish and chips or your shepherd's pie, those would be on the menus. You'd get your lager, but also there are many of our English pubs that our chairman, Mr. Stewart, went to England and he saw that one was maybe closing down, one of his favorites. And he actually just took the wall. He basically took the walls down and he said, okay, this is going to one of our resorts, and he put it up in our resort. So we try to keep it as authentic as possible with the decor, with the food, and also with the vibe in the English pubs as well. But what we've also done with our entertainment right now, just because I had a client come back from Barbados, they experienced a silent headphone party. So that's where we give you sanitized headphones, and we're playing different music on different stations, so you'll know which station you are on based on the color. And people really enjoy that because you're still able to dance and enjoy yourself, but it's a new way of enjoying yourself. We also have pop-up entertainment, so sometimes you'll just not really see anything happening, and then all of a sudden there's a steel band that is playing Caribbean songs, and they're right in the middle of the gazebo, and everyone's kind of joining around, social distancing of course, and enjoying the music. So, and we continue to have our white nights as well. So every Wednesday we have a white night party where everybody dresses in white. There's live entertainment. Typically it is a chocolate buffet, but we have changed that to chocolate. We serve the chocolate to you, but it doesn't take away from the amount of chocolate that you will have. So if you love chocolate, that might be your thing. From brownies to cakes to mousse, everything's there. So people really you will always find a way to enjoy yourself while you're at one of our resorts, because we try to incorporate everyone and everything that we can, because it's a luxury included vacation. Now, I did mention where we are located. In total, we have 15 resorts in the Caribbean, but we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into the accommodations and where each one is located. So the first one I want to mention is Sandals South Coast. So South Coast has recently reopened, and it's also done recent renovations as well. So we are happy to introduce our Rondeval Suites. Now, we do have rondevals in the Eastern Caribbean in Antigua, Grenada, St. Lucia, and Barbados. What's different with this innovation in South Coast Jamaica, is that it is rondevals that include their private pool, but also have a crystal lagoon pool that is in between them. So you can choose whether you want to go into the Crystal Lagoons pool or if you want to use your personal pool, but they're all connected through that. It's the longest one in the Caribbean at this time. And then this is just a view of inside. It is a round room. It has the bed, so again, you can look right out into the water. So you will always be surrounded by water at Sandals South Coast. But also, as you can see, a little peek in the bathroom, we have our tranquility tubs that are large enough to hold two. We're bringing a lot of the whites and the blues from outside inside. What we've also done is updated our Dutch village. So this was in the middle of the resort, and it always had that beautiful large pool, but it had a walkway where you see that we have now the Crystal Lagoon swim ups. So you have two options. You can either be in the Crystal Lagoon swim up or you can be in the main pool, whichever one works for you. But we've really elevated this, and this is just a view of inside as well. And as I said, we will always try to bring the blues and the whites and the wood from the trees in from the outside in. So these are just sneak peeks of what we've done at Sandals South Coast. I'm really excited to get back to Sandals South Coast. It is my favorite resort. So cannot wait, hopefully soon, but I know that I have to at least get you guys down there first before I decide to go down there. Then we're going to hop over to Grenada. So Grenada is known as the Sandals of Tomorrow. A lot of our innovations did start here and then it spread across the rest of our resorts. So one of the things that we did introduce, as I mentioned, is our sky pool suites. So if you look to the left, if you look to the left, you'll see that they look like they're in their room, they're swimming, but they also look like they're above ground. Well, that's because they're probably on the 3rd or the 4th floor and they have a sky pool suite. And basically it's, instead of you having a balcony that you can walk on or sit on, you have a balcony that you can swim. And it overlooks the beautiful Caribbean Sea as well. So those have been a great innovation and addition to Sandals Grenada. If you're not looking for that, maybe you're looking for a butler suite that has its own tranquility pool as well as the hot tub. And this would overlook the bluffs as well. So you have that option of seeing the sea and enjoying your own personal pool at Sandals Grenada. And then at Sandals Barbados as well, it's covered with trees and beautiful water as well. And this would be having your own tranquility soaking tub on your balcony that can fit two. There are privacy screens, so if you do want to have a bath on the balcony and hear the water and the birds chirping, you can, but you can also relax in there with the blinds open, whichever one works for you. But we do have our tranquility soaking tub, and then we have a Crystal Lagoon swim ups as well. So just a view of that. So we've looked at a few of the rooms, but what does a bucket list vacation really entail, or what does it look like? So what I did is that I took one of the trips that I took from before I became a Sandals rep, and I turned it into a bucket list vacation. So this is when I went to Sandals Grand St. Lucian. I had the honor of going there with my cousin, and we stayed there for 7 days. So we didn't get to do everything, but these are I included some of the stuff that I really wanted to do when I was there, if I could have extended it to 10 days. So just looking at it, we arrived in Sandals Grand St. Lucian. The great thing is St. Lucia has so many festivals going on during this time that you can go around. You can plan your trip around any one of them and have a fabulous time. So when I made this itinerary, it was also around the time of the St. Lucia Jazz Festival, which is typically in March. They are expected to hold theirs in March 2021. And it's a great cultural experience because you have jazz players from all around the Caribbean and even some from North America that come down. And it's just a 3-day event that you're able to really enjoy jazz. If you're a jazz lover and get to experience that mixed in with Caribbean culture. There are other festivals. So some of the ones that I wrote down, maybe you're into diving. St. Lucia does have a dive and adventure week that happens in mid-September. So if you're a diver and you want to see other divers, you want to go on special trips, you want to maybe do a night dive, maybe incorporate the Sandals Foundation and do a dive cleanup, that might be something you'd want to plan your trip around. There's also the Wellness Music Festival in September. So they take taking care of one's body as well as the environment and tying that in with music. And that gives you a great experience that you could book for in September as well. But this one, we're going to do Jazz Festival. So we land, we have arrived. Of course, we're going to take the BMW transfer and we're going to head into Sandals Grand St. Lucia. And we've checked into our Caribbean beachfront 1-bedroom butler suite with tranquility soaking tub. I know it's a long name, but we try to make sure that everything that you need to know about the room is in there. It's a 1-bedroom butler suite. It has a tranquility soaking tub and it's beachfront. Who can ask for more? So day 2, this is when we're going to start the Jazz Festival. So the whole day we're going to be listening to beautiful music, seeing the culture, going about, enjoying the food, all of that. We're tired. So we go back to the hotel. Maybe we'll just ask our butler to bring us something from a restaurant and come back home. Day 3, we're back at the second day for the Jazz Festival. We enjoy it, but then this is a Friday night. So we've decided that we're going to go to the Gros Soleil party. So what the Gros Soleil Friday night party is, it's very close to the Grand St. Lucia. It's about 10 minutes away from it. And you are able to experience a variety of music in the heart of the city in St. Lucia. So they pretty much block off a square or the town, and everybody sets up, pans, they set up bars, they set up everything, and everybody just comes in and they enjoy and have a great time. I was able to go to this. It was an experience. It was so amazing. I got to taste local foods. I got to see local dances, hear local music. It was really cool. And it went up until, I believe, 2 a.m. And booking this, you can book this through Island Routes. And that way you would have the transportation from the resort to the party, plus your own food and beverages, and then go back. And then, so you've done that. You're excited. You've had a great time. It was music all day. Day 3, we've done that as well. So we're now done with the Jazz Festival. We're going to enjoy the rest of the days. So Taste of St. Lucia cooking class. Now, St. Lucia is very rich in French and English fusion culture. And so it is also exuded through its cooking and through the food. So you'll be able to meet with a St. Lucian chef, learn some of the dishes and prepare them on your own. So we always suggest that because I think food is one of the best ways to learn the culture of an island or of a country. And so we offer that through Island Routes as well. Day 6, we're going to hike the Pitons. If you don't know what the Pitons are and you're in St. Lucia, you have to go and you have to learn about it. It's their twin mountains. It's the mini and the large one. I know I'm saying that wrong, but the Pitons are a staple. That's the name of their bear. That's what's on their flag, everything. So you are able to hike that and just experience the view from the top of the Pitons. That would be a whole day. We're going to be tired. We're going to decide, you know what, we're going to head in for the day. Again, our butler is going to help us out with dinner and we're just going to relax. On day 7, we've decided that we're going to do a spit stay. So we're going to stay in an over-the-water bungalow. So we're checking into the over-the-water bungalow, in which case the butler takes your items from your beachfront room to the over-the-water bungalow, and everything's set up for you. Day 8, now is the time you're getting to experience really the water sports that we have included. So we're going to snorkel and dive all day. Again, it's included for you. If you're PADI certified, then all you have to do is just bring your logbook and you get to dive and experience the St. Lucian water. But at the night, we've decided, you know what, we need to really unwind. And that's where we're going to have a night blooming jasmine couples massage after we go to dinner at La Toc, which is at Sandals Regency La Toc. So you're able to take the exchange privileges and the shuttle to go to that restaurant and enjoy it, and then come back in time to have a night massage together as a couple, whether it be you and your spouse or you and your travel partner. You can enjoy it together. Day 9, We're going to enjoy a beach and waterfall safari, which I think is really great. There's so many beaches, so many waterfalls and beaches and mud baths in St. Lucia that you can experience. I just picked this one. And then day 9, we're keeping it simple with a private candlelight dinner because the next day, unfortunately, we have to head home. So this would be one of the things that you could actually plan with your Expedia consultant to be able to enjoy when you go to St. Lucia. It doesn't stop at St. Lucia. You can do several things in St. Lucia, but you can also do it in Grenada, you can do it in Barbados, you can do it in Bahamas, Jamaica, Antigua, anywhere, depending on what you want to do, whether it be diving, if you want to do more food and cultural tours. I even like the voluntourism section of our offerings where the reading road trip comes into play. So our reading road trip is where you are able to go to visit one of the schools that are nearby to our resorts, and you get to learn with the children. So you can teach them how to read and write, catch them up with their daily studies and get to understand or get to participate in the knowledge of a child. At the end of it, they usually have a little song and dance for you, and you get to really give back to the community and through education. It was really touching for me because I did it in Jamaica, and so I knew all of the songs that they were singing at the end of our reading road trip. So I was singing with them because it reminded me of school. So that was one of the things that I enjoyed as well. So what I'm actually going to do is that I'm actually going to take you on a journey of Sandals Grand St. Lucia in person, well, virtually, that's what I should say, virtually. So I'm going to set this up for you here. Okay, so this would probably be the quickest plane ride that you've ever seen. But I did want to show you 2 of the rooms that we actually just discussed in the sample itinerary, just so you had a view. So this is your transfer from the airport to the resort. This is your driver. Of course, he's parked up, made sure that you're safe. And we are now in the lobby area. Of course, we have our staff saying hello to you. We do have lemongrass infused cold towels that we hand to you on arrival. This will also be coupled with sanitizer as well during this time, just to make sure everyone feels safe, as well as your bags and luggage will be sanitized for you as you've just taken it off of the plane. We want to sanitize it for you and make sure everything's good for you to go into your room. But we're going to be walking through the lobby. This is one of my favorite parts of Sandals Grand St. Lucia because it also just feels like an open living room that you can just enjoy throughout the stay. So I'll give you a quick view of that. But there's several places to sit down. As you can see, the decor is it has a lot of wood, beautiful colors. It's very open and breezy. So I really enjoy just sitting right here at Sandals Grand St. Lucia. But we're going to take you to the room. So as I had mentioned that we would check in first to the Caribbean beachfront 1-bedroom butler suite. So as you can see, this is the view that you would be getting from your suite. And as you can see, that's the pitons over there in the distance, but just a beautiful view of the trees, the beach, and the pitons. Always a great way to start your vacation. But we're going to walk right through, and this would be the living room area. So as you can see, you have your flat screen TV. There's seating where you can either lounge or you can sit down and enjoy the TV if you want to do that. There is a bar. So with our butler suites, you do get premium liquor included in your room. So not only all rooms include beer, water, and juice. As you get into the concierge rooms, that also include wine and liquor. And then for our butler rooms, that includes all of that plus premium liquor as well. So just to get you an idea of that. So we're also going to just go right through this door. And this is where you would be laying your head for a few days. So as I mentioned, we always try to bring the wood and the white from outside in. And it's a very spacious room. It's for 2, but you have enough space that you can comfortably move about. So this is our view, and this is our room that we would have checked into. And then this is our bathroom that has its plunge tub. And then the water closet, it would have a double vanity, so his and her vanity. And then there's a shower in the event that you prefer to take a shower than a bath. So that's just a quick view of the room, one of the rooms that I discussed. But I think the room that most people would be interested in would be the over the water bungalows. So I'm going to take you over there as well. And of course, we have to start with the magnificent view of the Caribbean Sea from the patio of the over the water bungalow. And it's a 360 view, as you can see. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, I wish I was there instead of the cold outside, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get there soon. So we do have a outside plunge tub, and there's an outside shower as well. So just in case you want to have a shower outside, maybe it's sunrise and you want to see the sun rising and experience a shower out there, you definitely can do that. You can do whatever you want at Sandals and Beaches Resorts. But this is your bed. So as you can see, the doors open up fully so that you can get a full view of the beach from your bed. A great way to start the morning. On top of that, if you're not seeing it very clearly, this is our glass bottom floor. So what I have found many people liking to do is that they like to swim underneath and they like to take pictures for, you know, friends and family, or maybe for Instagram underneath the bungalow, because you can do it from the glass. But you can also see when turtles hatch and they're swimming out, you can see them passing by the over the water bungalow. So I think that's also a great little thing that people get to experience once in a while. And when you look throughout, so this is the bedroom. And then when we head over, this would be where the bathroom would be. So you would still have your water closet, his and her vanities. You have your toiletries, your towels, everything like that, the backlit mirrors, which is great for when you're putting on your serums at night, or for the ladies that are doing their makeup. And you also have an inside shower as well. So you can either shower inside or outside, the choice is yours. But of course, we put the best furnishings in. We try to keep a lot of the memories of the sea, so starfishes or, you know, fins, everything like that inside the room, just to make sure that you continue to remember that you're in the Caribbean and you should continue to see the sea and all that it has to offer while in the Caribbean. So this is just a view of one of our over the water bungalows. We have 10 of those at Sandals Grand St. Lucian in the shape, it goes in a line, so straight out. In Jamaica, we do have 2, one at South Coast and one at Royal Caribbean in Montego Bay, and they're in the shape of a heart, and there are 12. So you do have options if you are looking to do a over the water bungalow or villa. You do have 2 options of islands and then 3 resorts to choose from. But that was mostly what I wanted to just quickly show you, just so you had a view of what we offer in terms of our rooms. And I'll pretty much just leave you with this, where we are looking at the beach, because we are all dreaming about this right now. I can't believe that it's been 4 years since I have been to this beach, and I hope I get to return there soon. I hope you get to experience it soon. One of the great things that we've done is that, and thankfully for Randy and his team, they have offered a special for you. So if it is that you were looking to book a vacation to Sandals or Beaches Resorts in the next 2 weeks for travel out to 2022, so you have enough time. I know there are concerns with the rapid testing, the 14-day quarantine, all of that, but you are able to secure your wanderlust and bucket list vacation now for future, and also be eligible for one of our gifts. So it would either be, and I'm going to actually show you what you would be able to offer. So we have right now booked by November the 11th, and you'll be eligible for one of these. So whether it be a 250 spa credit, maybe you want to learn how to scuba dive. As I mentioned, maybe somebody that you know scuba dives, you want to be just as good as they are. You can actually learn how to scuba dive with one of our free gifts that we're offering, or maybe you'd like to do a catamaran cruise. So one of these you can you're eligible for it when you make a booking with your Expedia Cruises consultant, and we're offering this until November the 11th. So they've graciously extended this to you. They've asked us to extend this to you, and so we're really excited about that. We've also launched our Halloween sale that starts today, where if you make a booking by November the 3rd, you are eligible for a private candlelight dinner. So combining a private candlelight dinner with one of these free gifts and the room and the bucket list vacation of your dreams, I think that's a win-win-win. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening to me babble about my ultimate love, which is Sandals and Beaches Resorts. I hope I inspired you to travel, inspired you to get your bucket list checked off. And please feel free to ask any questions regarding any of our resorts or any of our inclusions, anything at all. I am all ears.
Donna, thank you. Man, those pictures of the Caribbean Ocean, I can't wait to see that ocean again. And you mentioned jerk chicken at the very beginning there. Love jerk chicken. Used to have a mother-in-law that made it all the time, and oh, there's nothing like it. I just want to say that, you know, although international travel is currently paused, it is time to start thinking about where you want to go for 2021 and 2022. All the suppliers, whether it's Sandals, Cruises, they have very flexible booking policies. We're already seeing some shortage of space because of the high demand, just because everybody had to postpone a year of vacations. So they are looking to get away. If anybody has any questions, just type them into the chat or open up your mics. I want to thank you all for joining. We definitely appreciate your time. We definitely appreciate your past travels with us, and we appreciate helping you plan for future trips. So no questions tonight. I know we ran a little bit long, but I appreciate you taking the time, and definitely nice to see the ocean. Thanks, Donna. We appreciate you giving us the overview of Sandals. It was a fantastic property and resort, and high quality, and exactly what everybody needs right now.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll leave you with the view of the beach and the pool, and hopefully this will inspire you guys. But thank you so much for your time. I really